Hello everyone, gather around. It's the X-Hardcore Gamer with a story to tell you. Years ago, old gamer Joe and I were hanging around and he said, "Hey X, do you think that sometime we'll be able to see platformers and mascot games again?" And I said, "No way, it's not gonna happen." I have never been more happy to be wrong. And here we are with the latest example after years of platformers and mascot games back again with Kaze and the Wild Masks. I don't personally think that story is important in a game like Kaze and the Wild Masks, but it's there for those that do care. Play as Kaze and save your friend Hogo from a curse that spread chaos around the islands. Face enraged living vegetables by invoking the powers of the Wild Masks. That's right, vegetables. Some fun was had with Kaze by being able to take the iconic "Winners Don't Use Drugs" opening graphic and replaced it with "Winners Eat All Their Veggies." With story taking a backseat, it really is all about the gameplay in Kaze and the Wild Masks. The gameplay is simple, it's straightforward, it's a nice 2-button control system, you have jump and you have attack. The attack is a spin move that also allows you to hover in the air. This simplicity allows you to pick up and play a well-refined platformer inspired by the 16-bit platformers of the early 90s. There's a wide variety of levels that you can play that all provide unique environments and mechanics. This allows for ice, wind, swinging vines, and even little gears that act just like the barrels of Donkey Kong Country. Kaze will even take further inspiration from these platformers of yesteryear by allowing you to collect gems, find hidden levels, and collect letters to spell out the name Kaze. One thing I really appreciate about all these bonus items and things to collect in the game is that it was more than just to be able to say that you got 100% or just to unlock an achievement. It actually would give you more levels to play that had even further challenges for you to complete. The final major mechanic of this game is right in the title, a wild mask. Throughout various levels, you'll find different masks to give different abilities to help you get to areas or do things you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. This is very similar to the classic Genesis game Kid Chameleon. Unlike Kid Chameleon though, it's only going to be certain levels and you're going to only have one for that level. There's no switching back and forth while you play. This would probably be the one downfall I would say of this game, that the mask element is not used as well as it could have been. All these aspects of the game tie in together with very tight controls and allow you to run through a very well-made platformer with a great learning curve. You'll find yourself breezing through the early levels, getting used to all the mechanics, and then slowly but surely the levels will become more difficult. At first you might think to yourself that the game's actually a little too easy, and anytime you die, there's unlimited lives, so you can just keep trying as much as you'd like. Even the bonus stages let you keep going. But I assure you, the challenge will come and you will die a lot. The deaths in Kaze rarely feel cheap and definitely will make you want to just better yourself at playing. Kaze wears its 16-bit inspiration right on its sleeve. You have the nice bright colors of a Super Nintendo game, along with the fast speed of a Genesis game, or as I like to call it, a Saturn game. Beautiful pixel art is punctuated by very fluid animation. This is a strictly 2D game, so your 3D processor really isn't going to be a big deal. So even with my older video card, I was able to run this game at 60 frames per second at the 4K resolution without any problems whatsoever. I even briefly tested out the demo on the Switch and it looked and ran great on there as well. The sound effects in Kaze are pretty standard fare, so it's nothing that I'm going to get too excited about, but I can't really knock it either because they get the job done. On the flip side to that though, the soundtrack to this game is fantastic. Each level has its own unique song and they're all ones that you would want to listen to even outside of the game. I felt like I was a kid again, locked in my basement, losing hours playing this fantastic game. As the name X-Hardcore will suggest, I do not find myself having the time to make those long play sessions anymore, at least not frequently. So to find a game that made me want to go back to that was quite the honor. And all the hours that I played this game, I was not able to get that 100%, but even though I'm done with the review, it will be a game that I'm going to go back to and I'm going to shoot to get it. In case the last few minutes of me gushing over this game weren't making this abundantly clear, I love this game, it was near perfect, and that is why I'm going to give it the very rare golden genie lamp of approval. It is my highest possible recommendation, and it is available on pretty much all platforms, so you have no excuse to be able to say that you can't play it. A big thank you to all for watching, and while we're talking about thanks, we need to thank the Indie Warriors, Mitchell Hall, Kevalo, Bunny, Bill T. Kaze, Christian Cruz, Wesley William Semple, Strict9, Rosie Syntax, Chris Jackson, Nathan Moore, Peach, and Adriana Amato. I want to thank you all very much. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you for your support. And everybody else, I hope you enjoyed this. Do the usual like and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.